Right, I'm in Liverpool Street Station. Things that wind me up about London. Why the fuck am I getting charged to have a piss? Now, out of sheer rage, I would piss on the streets, but I nearly got locked up in Leeds for doing that once, so that is not a good idea. Right, we're shooting with Chris Allen, who I'm trying to find in Liverpool Street Station. I'm vlogging, people are looking at me like, who the fuck is this kid? You know the best thing about AirPods as well? If anyone pesters us and tries to get a photo with us now, I'm just like, yeah, pretend I'm on the phone. So yeah, I really need the toilets. I have no change. I might offer someone a free watch to give me 30 pence to go to the toilet. In fact, that is actually what I'm going to do because I have loads of them. Like I said, it was anyway. So yeah. Fitness pending. Go. Grenade bot.
Go through to another page similar to this that will say, with a button on it that will say thanks, click here to download your free guide.
Yeah.
When they click that, it's going to launch Facebook Messenger, and there's going to be an automated their invite to come into the free group.
Well, I have to know how the fuck these people have found my address for the gym. Well, I do, they've probably googled it. But yeah, stick mobility, I don't know what this is. It's just came through the mail. I'm gonna do some weird shit with it and see what happens. It's a little bit like a lightsaber, really. God, I look pale. My hair looks horrendous. My lungs, I think I have blood in my lungs from doing that workout. So 3-minute windows, 35 cal air bike, assault bike, and 25 air squats. My legs were fucking pumped, and yeah, lungs were in bits. And I'm gonna try and be a good citizen. I am chatting shit. Here's a punch bag.
I'll tell you what, let's log on your computer and I'll do the bank thing now.
It was what? I'm not training right now. I'm gonna do this Q&A of 10 questions horizontally on the floor because my legs are absolutely fucked right now. Mate, right. I went in Love Island for six weeks, right? I didn't train for 6 weeks after, and you still couldn't shift what I could shift, right? The only thing you'll do is out bench presses, and it's only because I got a bad shoulder. I'll give you that.
Oh, okay.
Right, I tell you what, right? I tell you what. You can, if you can do the workout that I did earlier, you can come, I'll take you on holiday whenever we're free. I'll take you on holiday. We'll go to IBIZA, or we'll go to Dubai in November.
Easy. Done.
Right, go on then. 8 rounds, 24 minutes. Every 3-minute windows, 35 cals on the assault bike and 25 air squats. Do you count steps or calories burnt is question number 1. Now, I have tracked steps before on my Fitbit, but obviously there can be some variation in the calories that come up that it says you burn, because it's person dependent, and obviously there's always going to be a level of inaccuracy, but I think Fitbits are pretty good, so I have used it before, especially when I've been cutting and trying to just get a basic estimation of my expenditure and the calories I burn per day. But I definitely don't change my nutrition goals because of that, as in I don't eat more just because I've done more steps. If my goal is fat loss, I just use extra steps and extra activity during the day, increasing my NEAT. I just increase my activity levels to use it as a tool to drop more body fat and increase the deficit. Question 1. Question 2, why don't... No, I'm not even going to use that one as a question, it's just shocking. Someone's put, you ain't fit, you are a fucking manslag who doesn't give a shit about people's feelings. Lovely. What's a good split between lifting, cardio and core per week? I would say it all depends on your goals. Obviously, if you are going to run a marathon or do, I mean the Great North Run's just been here, obviously your training split's going to be a little bit different for that time period up until then than your normal training schedule should be. It depends if you're training for performance, training for the way you look, and also it depends if you're trying to gain weight or lose weight, or lose body fat. Core, I would always say you should be hitting your core 2 to 3 times a week in some way, shape or form. You should be doing 1 or 2 exercises max on this at the end of sessions. Like, you don't need a core day. It's like, if you are squatting, deadlifting, push pressing, whatever, you should be activating your core doing compound movements. Yeah, so core 2 times a week on the back end of workouts maybe. Cardio, again, depends on your goal. If you're struggling to lose weight, if you're struggling to gain weight, obviously I know there's a lot of males that follow my channel who are wanting to gain weight right now in a bulking phase. You probably don't want to be overdoing too much cardio if that is your issue. But then again, if you want to use cardio as a tool because you're trying to cut down body fat, then do it. When is the best time to take whey protein? Is pre-workout essential? The best time to take, taking whey protein, it doesn't have to be any time of the day. I mean, there's no magic anabolic window where you've got to rush to your car and get your protein shake out 20 minutes after a workout. It is all about your daily totals by the end of the day. If you've set if a 200-pound male needs 200 grams of protein, it just has to be taken in by the end of the day. Saying that, you should try and split it up evenly with portions, so maybe 4 50-gram hits of protein per day, say that. Try and just be realistic. Obviously you're not going to eat all of your food in one meal at the end of the night because it's not optimal. Is pre-workout essential? No, it's absolutely not essential. I just use it as a tool for when I'm absolutely shattered, which is quite often at the minute, so that's why you probably see me take it quite a lot. But no, it's not essential at all. Coffee, black coffee, does the job for me. Do you eat takeaways? Of course I eat takeaways, and of course I mess up with my diet and go over stuff. It happens, it doesn't happen all the time, but it happens every now and then. You should be realistic that you are not going to be perfect. You're going to slip up on your diet. The best thing to do is forget about it and make the next meal that you have work towards your goals, whether it be fat loss or whether it be gaining weight. But don't stress about it, and don't get into this binge out, starve, repeat cycle that so many people do. The best thing to do is just bounce back, forget about it, and start the second after you've made that mistake. Don't wait until the next Monday or the next start of the first of the next month. It's ridiculous. And also, some takeaways you can fit in your macros. Track them on MyFitnessPal. You can adhere to your goals by budgeting for a takeaway in the night. And I don't mean, obviously Domino's is ridiculous. No one's fitting Domino's into the goals, but the likes of a Nando's takeout, the likes of your sushi, which I'm having at the minute, you can fit them into your goals. Right, so my camera died yesterday and I didn't have the charger, and yeah, so the Q&A is now carried on basically now. So Do you know what I realised I was doing? I actually put this on my Instagram story. Haven't even been answering the questions yesterday on my Instagram story. Just been answering for the YouTube. So hopefully people will get that's what's going to happen. Anyway. Right, question. What is the best exercise to get rid of stomach fat? You can't even see that, I don't know why I did it. I'm not even going to do that from now on. What is the best exercise to get rid of stomach fat? Funnily enough, my last YouTube video was exactly about that topic, so go watch that one. Last video. Next question. How many years have you been working out / training? How old am I? 22? Nearly 23. I'm 23 in October. I started training maybe when I was like, I'd say I started running and boxing a little bit when I was like just before I turned 16. Just before I turned 16, maybe 16-year-old. I started like training with my dad a little bit, boxing and doing a little bit of stuff like that. And then when did I actually start training seriously, like lifting weights? And not because that's seriously, but just when did I start actually training seriously and thinking about where I wanted to go and actually finding it? Probably like 17, you know, like that sixth form time. Sixth form was probably where I like started caning it. So yeah, however many years that is, that's what, 5 years? 5 years, let's say. Is it necessary for girls to train twice a day? Are you training the same muscle group in those sessions? It's not necessary for anyone to train twice a day. If you've got to look at your situation and think, what can I actually make happen? Like, people have different sort of jobs and different lifestyles. Some people can train like if you're a PT, like I was PTing before Love Island, and I could train twice a day because I had the time. And to be honest, what I would do is I would split different sessions up. So I'd either do strength in the morning and more cardio based stuff in the evening, or vice versa. But that's only because I'm in a gym from 5:30 in the morning until 8:30 / 9 o'clock at night. And if I've got two little 45-minute gaps, it's more optimal for me. Well, it's not more optimal, but I just liked and preferred to split that because I do my strength stuff, eat more food, and then probably have a little bit more food and energy in my system to do a harder second session. That is the only reason. But is it going to affect your results compared to training once a day? No, not at all. Like, people can train once a day and be fine, and people don't even need to train every day as well. So you've got to be realistic. What can you personally adhere to and stay consistent? Because consistency over time is the winner. Hi, I'm wanting to start the gym, but I'm not sure where to start from. And have you got any tips? Tips I'm going to give you. Enjoy the process, because nothing is as good as when you first start, because your progress happens so quickly in comparison to when you get to like 4 years down the line, 3-4 years down the line. Progress is going to slow down and it's much harder to make changes. Your gains, your changes are going to come thick and fast if it's the first time you start in the gym. It's called newbie gains, whatever you want to call it. Second thing, don't listen to someone, question everything. Don't listen to someone or listen to something because just the big guy in the corner of the gym has told you to do something. Because you're not him and you don't know what else he's been doing. And listening to advice that the guy in the gym's done just because he's got abs is not the way to go, because that might not work for you, and he might actually be clueless, but he might just coincidentally work very hard and he has a set of abs or he has big arms. Another thing, tips, focus on form and technique, because I did a lot of stupidly heavy shit with bad form from a young age, and now I have a lot of injuries that I have to work around. It's not worth it. It'll ruin you. So work on technique, work on form, learn shit, enjoy the process, eat and train and just live it because it's mint. And if you want to lose body fat, be realistic. Don't go on Mr. Olympia's no carb prep diet because you've read it in a magazine, because I've done and made all these mistakes. I've done no carbs because I thought this one big guy in the gym told us that that was the only way you get abs. Like when I first went there, like just question everything, do your research, enjoy it. How many questions is that? Best ways to gain on the calf. I'm still trying to work that out myself.